Welcome to the GE Video Academy. This video will demonstrate how to manage the gateway's configuration file. Config files are helpful for saving desired configurations or restoring a gateway back to a well-known state. On a web browser, open up to the WiYZ Gateway's web interface and log in. Using the navigation bar on the left-hand side of the web page, click on the arrow next to Maintenance and Status, and then click on the Configuration Files link. The configuration file can be either exported or imported via TFTP, USB, FTP, SFTP, or HTTP. The configuration file can also be exported or imported in sections to assist in modifying small amounts of the gateway's config without having to scroll through the entire configuration file to modify one parameter. Set the export file media to HTTP, then click on the Export button. Once the page loads, you'll see the status of the export here, and a local copy of the configuration file here. To save the config file, click on the Exported Configuration File button. When finished, press the Done link. Navigate to where the configuration file was saved and open it. The configuration file contains many of the gateway's parameters. For security reasons, join keys for the remote mesh and any passwords are not exported into the configuration file. However, the join keys can be modified in the configuration file and then imported to the gateway. The configuration file can only modify parameters on the gateway. The config file cannot be used to add or delete parameters. For example, let's change some parameters. Locate the section entitled Other. Modify the parameters model, device name, and package version. Once finished, save the configuration file. Back on the WiYZ Gateway's webpage, choose HTTP once again for the file media. Click on the Browse button and navigate to the configuration file to import. Once the file is selected, click the Import button. Give the gateway a moment to upload and modify its configuration. The gateway will prompt you when the file transfer is complete. To verify the modifications to the configuration file have been applied to the gateway, navigate to the Summary page. See that the gateway's name has changed, but not the package version or the model name. Some parameters are read-only and thus ignored by the gateway on import, like these two. Configuration files can be helpful to modify numerous parameters, but caution should be taken when changing parameters that could disable access to the WiYZ gateway, such as IP addresses, web, telnet, or SSH configurations, or security parameters.